And good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live every Saturday morning from the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner. That's right, Coach's Corner has been my go-to for the last year and 8 months. Got to thank John Henson, thankful for letting me do this, but it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network right here in the beautiful, warm confines of Coach's Corner. Nobody's here yet. Breakfast is on a little standstill. We got big games here all day long. It's rivalry weekend. Georgia Tech at 12 o'clock. Come on in and watch it. You'll have a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting here at Coach's Corner today. And tonight at 6 o'clock, we got Tommy Holland in the Sound Garden with his musical toy drive and benefit to get kids more instruments to learn how to play music. Tommy Holland, great guy. He's got a bunch of guys coming in to play songs. Come on in, donate a musical toy, help a kid out. Some kids like sports, some kids like music, some kids like the arts, some kids have different interests, but we're here to help out all the kids. And remember, the Sound Garden has all the music you want to hear right here in Savannah, Georgia. All right, great show, great lineup. Let me get the lineup up here first before I start talking about the local news. First quarter right here, 3 steps in the door. We'll talk high school, college, professional sports. Quarter number 2, it's Dawg Talk, and pick the winners with no other than the man himself, the columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. Quarter number 3, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the weekend. If you haven't been following sports here in Savannah, Georgia, the girls' flag football playoffs start Tuesday. We'll have 2 sites here in Savannah, Georgia, holding first and second round games. Calvary Day School at the corner of 63rd and Paulson, Specialty Sports Complex. Calvary hosting, has not lost a game in 2 years, defending state champion. And then you go down the road to Memorial Stadium, St. Vincent's. Won their area, undefeated. They'll be hosting 2 games. And that brings me to after that point, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week. Hannah Cail from Calvary Day School, all-world quarterback. In the last 6 games, she's only played 7 this year due to injuries and not feeling good. In 7 games, she's in the last 6 games. She played 9 games. In the last 7 games, she's 29 out of 29 as a quarterback. All right, unbelievable. We'll have Hannah Cail on, junior, Calvary Day School. All right, then in quarter number 4, we'll have the first coach on. All right, we'll have Nick Grassi talking about Calvary Day School and flag football and the playoffs here in Savannah, Georgia. He's a flag football player himself, played in a lot of national tournaments. He'll be on about 9:45. Then about 10 o'clock, we'll bring on the St. Vincent's coach, Michael St. Louis, or St. Louis, whatever you want to say. He'll come in and talk about St. Vincent's and what's going on at Memorial Day and how inaugural season, that's the first year St. Vincent's has played, winning the area, only 1 loss on the season. So we got a lot wrapped up. And then in the quarter number 6, we got 2 highlights from last night. We'll talk about that in a second, but we'll have highlights of last night's football games, so we'll go from there. All right, step 1 in the door, high school. Benedictine came in ranked number 2, took on Marist last night. Okay, Marist was ranked number 1. Marist defending state champions. The Cadets knock off Marist 24-21. They'll host the semifinal football game here right in Savannah, Georgia, to a team they played in week 3, and they beat, first win of the season, North Oconee. So, I mean, it's a lot's happened since that first week. So, North Oconee's coming in. They beat Bainbridge last night, so that'll be next Friday night, 7:30. Calvary Day School, undefeated season, gone. They came into the game last night, 12-0, ranked second in the state. Fellowship Christian Academy came in, ranked number 4. Fellowship Christian Academy knocked off the Cavaliers 24-14. So those are your scores from last night. Don't have much on the basketball hardwood yet except for rankings. We'll start getting into basketball in next week, because that's when it kicks in. So let me go now to next up, okay? Flag football. All right. Calvary will host a first-round flag football, first and second round. They'll play 2 rounds in one night at Calvary Day School, okay? The Class 1A, 4A flag football playoff starts Tuesday, November 30th. Calvary, defending state champions, they'll host Statesboro first. They beat Statesboro. That's the first round. They'll go to the second round, and they'll play the winner of Mount Vernon and LaGrange. That's right, Mount Vernon and LaGrange coming down here on Tuesday night. That's a hole and a half, okay? Then over at Memorial Stadium, St. Vincent's host Kendrick first at Memorial State. They win. They'll play the winner of Columbia and Mary Persons. Both start at 6 o'clock. So Calvary Day School, 6 o'clock. Calvary Day School against Statesboro. St. Vincent's, Kendrick, 6 o'clock at Memorial Stadium. Okay, Beach is on the road at Portal, playing Portal first. If they win, they'll play the second round. Richmond Hill is taking on Columbus, okay? Columbus, Georgia, Columbus High School, and they're playing it at Walnut Grove. They win, they'll play the winner of whoever Walnut Grove is playing. Jenkins travels to Southeast Bullock. Jenkins wins, they'll play in the second round. Southeast Bullock, they'll play in the second round. New Hampstead takes on Sumter County at Pace Academy. Okay, Trey Linear, far right. And then Effingham County will go to Pacelli and take on Pacelli in the first round. So there are your first round games for the girls' flag football teams. Pretty excited about that. All right, basketball rankings. All right, boys, Effingham is number 8 in 6A. Windsor Forest still number 2 in 3A with Johnson. Woodville is ranked number 5 on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Johnson's ranked number 4. I don't know if that's going to last because Calvary Day School blew them out the other night. So their rankings will come out on Monday. Boys come out on Sundays. All right, Woodville is still number 10 in the girls, and Calvary's at number 9. They'll probably jump up in that. All right, big shout out to Justin Thomas, the senior football player who's had a phenomenal season, is the 41st Michael Finicaro Memorial Outstanding Football Player in the Savannah-Chatham area. Just Savannah-Chatham. All right, what makes this so unique, check out my article at theprepsportsreport.com. It's voted on by the local coaches, private and public, and the media. They all get together and they make votes. Justin Thomas, clear runaway. Congratulations. He is a back-to-back winner, the 4th one. So we had Joey Bowen out of Calvary way back in the late 90s. We had Franklin Green out of Jenkins. We had Chris Barnwell at Savannah Christian. Now we got Justin Thomas out of Benedictine, back-to-back winners. 41st annual. The award started in 1976 by Michael Finicaro, called it the Finicaro Award. He wanted it to be announced on Thanksgiving Day. Dennis Knight, great article, and the newspaper had it first in the hard copy of newspaper on Thursday. Pretty special. So great job right there. And, Justin Thomas last night, unbelievable catch, which I got the highlight in the 6th quarter. All right, football, Troy goes to Georgia State. Troy's down this year. Georgia State needs one more win to be bowl eligible. Georgia, okay, takes on Georgia Tech in the Flats in Atlanta at 12 noon. Georgia 11-0, Georgia Tech 3-8. Georgia Tech's lost 5 games by less than a touchdown, but I don't think this one's going to be a game. And Georgia Southern takes on the number 1 team in Sunbelt today up there in Boone, North Carolina, Appalachian State. So that's the college football that's going on around here. Soccer, we said last week, SCAD was playing in the NAIA. They won their first round. They were in the second round while they lost the second round game on Saturday, 6-1 to number 4 Tennessee Southern. Great year for SCAD. Soccer, women's soccer, first time they've been in the NAIA playoffs. Savannah State basketball, the women's basketball team, the Lady Tigers. They're off to a 3-0 start. They beat Georgia College the other night, 53-44 in Tiger Arena. Today, 1 o'clock against Claflin State. The men will follow at 3 o'clock against Claflin State, but they're 0-3, so we'll see what goes on like that. Professional, Falcons come back after losing 2 straight. Haven't scored a touchdown two games. They take on Jacksonville tomorrow in Jacksonville. So that's at 1 o'clock. Let me keep on pace here because we want to keep these guests on pace. All right, pro basketball, Hawks have won 7 in a row. They won again last night. Trae Young had 31 points, 10 assists to lead the Atlanta Hawks to a 132-100 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies, who's lost their star point guard, James Morant, to a left knee injury. That's a tough one. Of course, Clint Capella, the rebound machine, 23 points, season high 17 rebounds. John Collins had 21 points. Young was 12 of 16 from the field, hitting 3 of his 4 3-point attempts, 3 out of 4. That's their 7th win. They moved from 13th place last week all the way up to 9th. 1 game out of the top 8 for the playoffs. Hawks are on a roll tonight against the New York Knicks in the ATL at 7:30. Savannah Sports Council, December 4th is the Bridge Run. Don't forget January 14th. Okay, Enmark Savannah Hockey Classic. Go get your tickets. Remember today, Coach's Quarter, Tommy Holland Friends, musical toy drive and benefit to get toys to kids. And next week, December 3rd, we'll have the love handles. All right, next up, we're going to do a little dog talk with the man himself, the Columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, right here from Coach's Corner. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Got to thank my sponsors. Changed up the commercials a little bit, so if you do watch the commercials, you'll notice the difference. Be back in 3 minutes with the Columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks.
All-time best Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From coming in equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Good morning, sports fans. It's the coach, back live and better than ever, right here at, of course, the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. What's the Coach's Corner Sports Network? We have shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Of course, the coach, Karl DeMasi, every Saturday morning. I was doing a Wednesday night live show, but with my schedule being athletic director, flag football coach, basketball coach, teacher, and doing this show got kind of tough. So I'll try and bring it back soon. Then, of course, the Who's on First Base baseball podcast with Cail Lawson. That has been a lot of fun. Then don't forget, every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, Facebook page, Coach's Corner, okay, Twitter, YouTube, okay, Rub It and Grub It with the man himself, the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, talking all things NASCAR. Great show. Check it out every Wednesday night. Okay, and then, of course, Coach's Corner is proud sponsor of the Hot Grits podcast with Travis Judon and Spencer Maddox. All right, here we go. Talking Georgia Bulldog football. Okay, we got a big game today, Georgia Tech. We got a lot of rivalry games, and it's always fun to start off the show with picking the winners with the columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. Of course, it's pre-recorded. He's on a little family vacay in South Carolina, but you know what? That's what's great about the internet. You can record it, you can watch it, and here we go.
And once again, love doing the show live, but you know what? It's worth pre-recording this every week because the man's busy, okay? It's Thanksgiving weekend. He's with the family, but, he's either out with soccer, with basketball, with golf, you name it. He's all over the place. So, but he's with his family this weekend, and they're enjoying a little family vacation time. Last week, he went 3-2. So we got his record up to 26, 33-1. But you know what? There's nothing better than starting the show talking about the Bulldogs, his favorite team. So we got Dog Talk and, of course, picking the winners. 5 games against the spread with the man himself, the columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. Joining us on the Coach's Corner hot seat himself, hanging out there, Mr. Stephen Elmo Weeks. Hey, Stephen, how's it going?
Happy Thanksgiving, brother. How are you?
It's Thanksgiving. Had a good time with the family last night. Back up this morning. Of course, we're pre-recording this on a Friday morning with basketball practice. So just getting back into the flow of things. But it's Thanksgiving weekend. It's football season. I mean, you got Calvary and Benedictine tonight. You got Georgia Tech tomorrow. And you got a lot of rivalry games that you want to pick this week. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're happy Thanksgiving to all of our viewers and followers and supporters. And we were blessed to spend Thanksgiving on Fripp Island over in South Carolina. It's just a unbelievably beautiful place, and we're very grateful for this time together, and grateful for the Prep Sports Report, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Good luck to BC. Good luck to Calvary, man. How awesome would that be for 2 trophies to come back to the 912 this year? That would be pretty awesome, right?
Now you've been a reporter here. You grew up here. When was the last time that we have a good possibility? We're holding 2 round 3 Elite 8 playoff games. We can hold 2 state semifinal playoff games next week here in Savannah, Georgia.
I don't know that that's ever happened in football in my lifetime. I'm not aware of it if it has. BC obviously has such a great tradition. They've hosted a lot of games over the years. Savannah Christian was really, really good for a long time, and I'm sure they've hosted some games. But to have 2 4 miles away, 5 miles away from each other is pretty amazing, right?
It's going to be pretty exciting. And once again, they're both home, so we'll see what happens. All right. So let's first dog talk. Your dogs, your Bulldogs. I mean, last week, Charleston Southern. This week, and I'm not hating on the Georgia Tech fans. I love Georgia Tech, but 35-point underdogs. Is this really just a warm-up or a tease for next week with Alabama?
Yeah, I don't know that this week will be any different than last week. Georgia Tech, they switched coaches a few years back. It hasn't really had enough time to maybe recruit the right kind of players or something. But, I mean, again, this is another situation. I say it most weeks. Georgia names its score. Whatever they want to do, that'll be the final. This sounds insane, but if Georgia wants to cover 35, they'll cover 35, and they could do it in the first half. Tech doesn't throw it well, doesn't run it well, and doesn't stop people. So it's there'll be a lot of red in Bobby Dodd tomorrow. I doubt many Tech fans are going to go to watch it. Again, it's there's one more game before the playoffs that really matters, and it's not this week. Next week is the game against Alabama. From my perspective, I wish Georgia was playing some better opponents right now, because playing Charleston Southern and Georgia Tech does not in any way prepare you for what Alabama can do and the kind of players they have. And, I think if you're Kirby Smart, you just go to Atlanta, do everything possible to avoid people getting hurt, and get the game over with as quick as you can.
I agree 100%. You want to get out of here without injuries. Last week they kept a lot of defensive starters out, which was the right thing to do.
Smart. Loved it. Yep. Again, you could probably legitimately win the game with the scout team tomorrow. So I don't know if you need to play anybody a whole lot of reps. Hopefully things go the right way, and Georgia's up 28-0 after the first quarter, and sit everybody down. Just give them another week to get healthy and get ready. And there's some rumors about George Pickens maybe taking a few snaps. I don't know. I mean, he's been in practice. I don't know if that's real or not. would love to be as healthy as possible against Alabama, obviously. But again, tomorrow there's pretty little value in playing Tech. Just go out and get it over with and hope you don't get hurt.
All right, so here we go. Here's the games that count, okay? The 5 games. Picking the winners against the spread with the Columnist, Steve and Elmo Weeks. And it's rivalry weekend. We already just talked about Georgia Tech. Well, we're going to go into the state of Kentucky. Kentucky against Louisville. Go ahead, Mr. Weeks.
The Commonwealth State, right? So I got 5 picks this week, and 4 of them are rivalry games, okay? So rivalry games are, they're nutty, but they're little. You can sort of figure out what's going to happen. I kind of feel like Kentucky is better than their record. They just had a couple of off weeks. Louisville's good, but playing in the ACC, what does that really mean? They play bad teams every week. They play teams that aren't physical every week. Kentucky is really physical on defense. They don't have the most explosive offense, but they run the ball hard. They tackle well. They cover well. They do those. They do fundamental things well. Could be Mark Stoops' last regular season game as the Kentucky head coach. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some job offers. So I'm going to take the Wildcats +3 at Louisville. I'm actually kind of surprised that Kentucky is not favored. So I'll take Kentucky +3 at Louisville.
All right, game number 2. Florida State, Florida. Your favorite man is gone. Dan Miles is gone. Florida State. Cail DeLoach from Savannah Islands High School, number 20, has been making a name for himself. Had a video go viral of his safety against Boston College last week. So I'm going to be rooting for the Florida State team here.
The Seminoles have quietly gotten a lot better. When Jordan Travis plays quarterback, Florida State's a pretty good football team. When they don't have to throw the ball, Florida State's a tough out. They've got themselves in a much, much better position. And Florida's just terrible. I mean, I don't care who the coach is, losing to South Carolina and all these things that have happened, getting blown out by South Carolina and losing to Missouri. Missouri's terrible. Florida's a bad football team. I mean, I don't know why. They probably have good players somewhere on the roster, but whatever it is that's happened down there, they're just not very good. Even though it's in the swamp, even though it's a rivalry game, I think Florida State's just clearly a better team right now. They run the ball really well. They've got like SEC athletes. Even though they play in the ACC, they have really good athletes. And it looks like Mike Norvell has kind of got them to turn a corner a little bit. I think this is they have to win this one to get bowl eligible, right? They're 5-6.
Yes.
I think Florida State wins the game. Even though it's in Gainesville, it's a rivalry game and all that stuff. There's no way the Florida players their heads are right. I mean, their coach got fired. Everybody's been fired. They've lost all these games. I know that some people will say, "Oh, you take the pressure off now." I don't think so. I think it only gets worse. You got your coach fired. You've lost to Missouri. You've lost to South Carolina. You let a 1AA team come in and put 52 on you. I think those Florida players, if they were offered the chance to just forfeit, they probably would.
I mean, this is simply amazing. Let's go way back to September. Alabama and Florida. Florida was 2-point conversion going overtime, and Florida State got stomped by Wake Forest.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is not the tale of two teams going the other ways, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, Florida State lost to a 1AA team this year. They lost to Jacksonville State.
Yep.
But they've gotten better, and Norvell's done a good job. And Florida, ever since that kid threw the shoe last year against LSU, they have just been a spiraling dumpster fire. And I don't see any way you make that get better in 1 week. Florida State has all this good momentum. And even the games that Florida State's lost, they've been competitive and they've played well. Again, I just think Florida's one of those teams that if somebody walked in and said, "Hey guys, there's a hurricane," they'd be like, "All right, clean out the lockers. Let's get out of here."
So, all right, now we're going to go across the nation. We're going to go to the upper Northwest, okay? You got the Beavers, Oregon State taking on the Ducks, Oregon. Another rivalry game. I think they both have winning records. They're both coming in. Oregon's favored by 7, right?
Yep. This one is all the Civil War. They call it the Civil War. Oregon obviously started off great. They have the best win in college football this year. They did beat Ohio State in Columbus, Ohio, and since then they've been pretty mediocre. almost every week. They lost to just a dreadful Stanford team. They got blown out by Utah. Oregon State has quietly been pretty good. I mean, they've been competitive every week. At home, they've been really good. I think they're undefeated at home. On the road, not as good, but this is a rivalry game. It's in the same state. Even though they're not in Corvallis, they're going to go up to Eugene. I think I'll take Oregon State plus the points. I don't know if they win the game. Oregon is probably better than Oregon State, but Oregon, their entire season was ruined last week. They had a chance to continue and maybe to have the college football playoff discussions, although that would have only benefited Georgia, really. Right. I'll take Oregon State plus the 7 to keep it close.
Well, we're going to see what happens. Okay, so now we go to Penn State taking on Michigan State. Michigan State's dreams and hopes were totally obliterated last week in the first half. So, I mean, and then Penn State, didn't they just go out and sign Franklin to a 10-year, $80 million extension?
Unbelievable situation there. I don't know if that's good in the long term, but I think right now, Michigan State, like you said, they just got hammered last week. It was a giant dose of reality. And, it's not like Penn State's been bad. Penn State's been pretty good all season. They played Ohio State really well. They played Michigan really well. They just couldn't quite put it all together. I think Michigan State is probably still a little hungover from just getting just obliterated. And, I mean, like you said, the season had so much promise for Penn State and just blown out. I mean, that wasn't close for a quarter. And I was wrong. I thought Michigan State would compete a little bit with Ohio State, but it wasn't close for a quarter. They kind of got shown who they are. Both of these schools have signed their coaches to just insane contracts over the last 2 weeks. Mel Tucker got a $95 million extension for one good season, literally. James Franklin got some kind of similar extension, although he's been there for longer. But I don't know if either one of those guys are the right guy. But I think James Franklin's the right guy for tomorrow. We'll take the Nittany Lions minus 1.5 at Michigan State on Saturday.
All right, and the last one, Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. The Sooners and the Pokes, the Cowboys. It should be
this
a good
is Bedlam. One. Yeah, they call this one Bedlam. They're going to play it in Stillwater. Oklahoma State in Stillwater is pretty good. And you're going to laugh, even more so than Ohio State. Oklahoma State is the team that I would least like Georgia to play. They are physical. They are incredibly good on defense. Everybody talks about Georgia's defense. Oklahoma State's defense is almost as good statistically as Georgia's defense. They are incredible. They don't let people go anywhere. They don't let people score. They've got 2 shutouts. They've only given up like 17 points in the last 5 weeks, 23 or something. They are really good, really, really physical. They beat you up at the line of scrimmage, and then they just run. They just run the ball. And by the end of the game, the other team just waves the white flag. Please don't do this anymore. Please don't make us play anymore. Oklahoma, they're a weird, mysterious team with a freshman quarterback going up against maybe the second best team. I think the second best defense in the country at their place. I think it's a 3:30, so maybe it's not exactly nighttime, but I'm pretty sure that the Cowboy fans are going to be lubed up, ready to rock and roll. And I'm going to take Oklahoma State minus the 4 against Oklahoma. They don't beat Oklahoma much, almost never. I think this year they get them, though. I think there's a lot of momentum going. Oklahoma's been kind of a confusing mess all season. The 2 quarterbacks, one's not quite ready. The other one wasn't as good as he was supposed to be. The defense isn't very good. I like Oklahoma State minus the 4.
He's going with the mullet. Okay.
Going with the mullet, man.
We'll have mullet over the Riley. Okay.
So mullet gets fired. The mullet wins.
Here we go. The Columnist. I'll let you do the honors. Once
all right, we're going to go. In the Commonwealth Cup, we're going to go Kentucky plus 3 at Louisville. I don't know what Florida State's thing is called with Florida, but we'll go Florida State plus 2.5 at Florida, Oregon State plus 7 at Oregon, Penn State minus 1.5 at Michigan State, and Oklahoma State minus 4 versus Oklahoma in Bedlam in Stillwater. And I think if Oklahoma State wins, pretty good chance they end up in that college football playoff. And I don't want to play them. I'll tell you right now. I don't want Georgia playing Oklahoma State. I don't want any part of them. They're a nasty bunch.
going to be interesting. Well, once again, have a good time. Enjoy
Thanks.
what you're doing with the family. And once again, we'll be out next week, and we talk about the Alabama-Georgia game a little
That's
more
right.
in greater detail. So once again, as you always say every week,
Hey, we'll be watching Clean Old-Fashioned Hate tomorrow. Go Dogs.
see you, Steve. Have a good one.
And the man knows his stuff. The man has, done a great job all season long. It's a lot of fun following college football with his picks. And, it's rivalry weekend today. Good old-fashioned hate up there in the ATL, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech beat Georgia in 2014 and 2016. So even though they're 3-8, you never know what's going to happen. But I don't think this one's going to be a close one. And, he does a great job. I think, he gets 5 wins here. He's going to be close to 500. He's got 1 week left to get to 500, but he has a lot of fun doing it. And he's a really big Georgia Bulldog fan. He graduated from there. So once again, go Dogs, 12 o'clock here at Coach's Corner. Come get your seat. Going to be a packed house. But we're going to talk a different type of football in about 3 minutes. Okay? Hannah Cail from Calvary Day School is this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week. She's waiting in the waiting room. But, this girl's had a phenomenal season. Can't wait to talk about it. She's, an all-around great student athlete. Basketball, flag football. I don't know if she does anything else. But we're going to find out in about 3 minutes because she's coming back with this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week from Calvary Day School. Junior, only a junior, Nick Grassi, not a senior. She'll be back for another year, and I can't wait to talk to her. That's Hannah Cail. Stay tuned because you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson's Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Good morning, sports fans. Hey, I got to thank you, whether you're listening for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for a certain segment of the show. I appreciate you tuning into the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live every Saturday morning right here from Coach's Corner, the center of the sports universe, and it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And, you know, it's Thanksgiving Thursday. I got to be very thankful to John and Adele Henderson for letting me do this since COVID-19 hit and my radio broadcast career got put on a hold. But you know what? I've been doing it on the internet since. It's been a lot of fun, and I got to thank them a lot. I got to be thankful for it. And what do I got to be thankful for? Local sports, local student athletes. That's why I got into this mess way back in the year 2000. A lot of fun, giving the kids a little more publicity. And I mean, I watched this girl grow from a small freshman over there at Calvary Day School on the basketball court to watch her mature into a junior now. And her career has been taking off. I mean, listen to this stat, okay? Last week, okay, Calvary Day School hasn't lost a flag football game yet since they started playing. Last week, they beat Jenkins 42-0 for the area title, again, back-to-back area titles. Then they closed out the regular season with victories over Savannah Christian 28-0 and Savannah Arts Academy 42-6. In region games, this young lady plays quarterback. She was 29 for 29 in region games, has not had an incompletion yet, has not thrown an interception yet. I mean, she's had a phenomenal 2-year career over there at Calvary Day School. She's got one more to go. You know, her and her cohort, Michaela Primo has done a great job over there. But for her unbelievable, outstanding season, and she only played, I think, in 9 games. Other reasons why she couldn't play, I know against us, I got lucky. They still beat us 34-6, but she didn't play. She was sick. And I don't mean lucky because she got sick, because she wasn't a quarterback. But I felt bad for her. But, I mean, unbelievable athlete over from Calvary Day School. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic athlete from Calvary Day School, basketball, football, student athlete, is Hannah Cail. How's it going, Hannah?
Good. How are you?
Hey, it's Saturday morning. I'm talking sports. They used to have breakfast here, too. So sports and breakfast, for a guy like me was a lot of fun. But, John Henderson will bring it back. But it's going great. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everything's going good with you. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
So I see you're outside the gym, eh?
I'm in the gym, actually. We got practice starting at 10, so.
Good old Jackie wanted to make sure you were there, eh?
Yep.
I mean, congratulations. I mean, last 2 years have been unbelievable flag football. You guys, Coach Griffin, Coach Grassi, and the other coaches. I think it's Coach Long is the new head coach, right?
Coach King.
Coach King.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, keeping his program going and, kicking it off. I mean, you started playing last year, but have you seen the excitement that has grown in flag football in this area?
Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, last year we only had a few teams in the region, and I mean, this year we've been playing a lot more. It was really cool to see that.
It's unbelievable the way it's growing. And I know you're not just a flag football player, you're an athlete. I mean, so when did you start playing sports? What was your first sport you ever started playing?
I was probably around 6 or 7. I would probably say soccer at the Y. Soccer was like the first sport I really played. And then I picked up softball, and I really didn't play basketball until I was probably 8 or so. So soccer and softball pretty much.
Wow. So, all right, now we got you on here as the flag football athlete of the week, Wetherington Chiropractic athlete of the week, flag football. I mean, Hannah, 29 for 29? Did you realize that?
I didn't even know that.
So, and talking to Coach, Hannah does a great job. She's a good leader, and, I simply amazing. But, I mean, just impressive. And, Coach Grassi, a lot of kudos to Coach Grassi and telling me about you. You're a leader on the field. He doesn't mind when you – now, don't get me – you get me in trouble, but I think he did say this. You're allowed to call your own plays. You know when to pitch the ball. You know when to throw the ball. I mean, you're on defense. I mean, so if I had talked to Coach Grassi, okay, what would he tell me your best flag football skill is?
I would probably say, like, decision-making, reading the field. Since last year, my passing has really gotten better, so just getting stronger and stuff. But I would probably say, like, decision-making, just knowing who to throw to, all that. So.
Well, I know you're a gym rat, and Coach Jackie Hamilton loves that. But, as far as flag football, have you used a routine to make – I know you've grown as a basketball player, and you got a routine to make yourself basketball. Has there been a routine to make you a better flag football player?
kind of probably just getting reps in. We have, practice pretty much every day. So just getting those reps in, throwing different routes, reading different defenses. That's, pretty much our routine. So.
Being an old football coach and trying to teach the triple option or the option, do you guys work on that because the way you guys play it, it's basketball, it's soccer, it's rugby, and you have the option to either throw the ball, you can only throw it one time forward, but you could pitch it backwards, you could pitch it sideways. Do you guys practice that every day?
We do. We do drills, and then we'll run live, just defense versus offense. We'll run our starting defense versus our starting offense and mix it up. So, we see so much in practice.
All right. So, you've had a lot of big games, but let's just take this year. What would you say is your biggest game so far up until this point this year?
I don't know. I don't even know. Probably the Long County game. I wasn't even there for that one, but that was the most anticipated game that we had. So I was pretty bummed when I missed it, but that was kind of they were the best team that we had seen so far, and then we were the best team that we knew of. So I was kind of mad I missed it, but they pulled it out, so I was glad.
I know we followed you on the end there, and I know you weren't feeling well, stomach virus or some sort of something going on. And I know when you sitting on the bench and you weren't going in, there was definitely something there, But you girls stepped up, and talking about girls stepping up, you had to have a backup quarterback. So I know I didn't put this on my question list when I sent it to you, but talk about the girls. Some of your players, give out some love to your teammates.
Yeah, Cail really stepped up. Cail was the next quarterback, so she did her job. She handled it really well, and that was a big game, and they needed her, so that was really cool to see her do that. And then Prima, of course, she's just incredible. Just breaks everyone's ankle, all that.
She does.
Yeah. Our centers, Maddie and Ansley. Snapping the ball, just getting out in the field. And then our receivers, of course, like Sierra, Morgan rushing. Morgan's probably the best rusher I've seen. Her in practice is crazy. It's so much different than the game. Morgan's just crazy. And the freshman, Scarlett, she's probably the fastest person I've ever seen. So she probably returned 2 or 3 punts this year. So, we just have a great team. They're really fun to be with.
All right, so tell us about the coaches. Coach Grassi, Coach King now. Chad left, but you have some other guys that have been around there. Tell us about the coaches that are involved in flag football, what they mean to that program.
I love the coaches. Coach Grassi has been with us. He won the state championship last year, and this year, he's just got a whole new mindset, just back to back. So, Coach King, I love Coach King. He's the manager, so we all love Coach King. And then we have 2 other coaches, Woody and Coach Grant. So they play with Grassi on his flag football team. So they're really specialized in what they do. So they really help us in our positions. So I love the whole coaching staff. We work really well together.
And if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning right here on Facebook, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Facebook Coaches Corner, Twitter KD Sports Report, YouTube, the YouTube channel, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, and now going live on the Prep Sports Report. So, if you missed this, you can watch it later on. But once again, I'm talking to the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Hannah Cail, only a junior at Calvary Day School. And, you talked about the coaches. Talk about going to school at Calvary Day School. How long have you been there?
I've been there since 6th grade, so however many years that is. I started in middle school. There's been a lot of change, definitely the past year or so, with just leadership positions and stuff. But I love the school. I love everything it offers. The academic part, the athletic part, the people. It's great. I love it.
Well, you've been very successful there, and it's not just all about the academics and the athletics. Spiritually, I could vouch for that because when my son went there, it changed his outlook on, spiritual, religion, and everything else. So they really do a good job over there. All right, so if somebody wanted to know something about you that nobody knows, what would that be?
Probably I did band. I used to do band in middle school, so I played the saxophone. So I don't think anyone really knows that. But
you gave it up. Can you still play that mean saxophone?
I haven't in a while, so I don't know. But
Well, interest in music, is not bad. I mean, the arts are also go with the academics and the athletics. So I know you talked about you played soccer, you played softball. Now you're playing flag football, and you're playing, of course, basketball. Is there any other sport that you would love to try?
I used to want to play lacrosse really bad. Like I used to just thought it looked so fun and everything, but I don't know if I would do it now. Looks kind of wild, but I think lacrosse is cool.
It's physical.
Yeah.
It's very physical. All right. So I know this is a no-brainer, but what has been your most favorite athletic career memory?
Winning the state championship.
Celebrate. What was that like?
It was crazy. I mean, just the whole trip up there, just leading up to the game, we were just so hyped. We didn't know what to expect. I mean, playing in the stadium with the big screen and everything, the replay, all that. And I mean, when we won, it was just unreal. Like, it was crazy.
I know they treated you like you were a boys' team too, right? That's what I heard.
Yeah, we got the locker and everything. It was awesome.
Something you guys didn't experience. I know. What was the semifinal game? You played behind the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in some park.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was awesome too. I mean, you could see the Mercedes-Benz right there, so it was really cool.
Good deal. All right, so role models. Anybody previously at Calvary that you've looked up to, or anybody else other than your teammates or teachers?
I really look up to just all my coaches and everything. Player-wise, Alex Widener. She went here. She was a senior.
Yeah.
I was in middle school watching her play, working out with her. I mean, she really invested a lot in the game, so it was really fun to watch her. So I would say she's probably one of the big role models.
I know you've been traveling all over the place with basketball. I know your parents have been a big part of your athletic and academic career. Give a shout out to your parents.
Yeah, I mean, they do so much for me, taking me places before I could drive, practice every day. I mean, my other siblings have stuff going on too, so they're just everywhere. I mean, money in the summer, all of that. So I really appreciate them and all that they do.
All right, so now you got a young girl over there at Calvary Day School, sixth grader comes in like you did, and you looked up to Alex, and so now you got a sixth grader coming in, and they say, "Hey, Hannah, what do I need to do to be a flag football player?" What advice could you give them? What would you tell them?
Probably just work hard, stay focused. I mean, don't really let anything else distract you of like what you want to do. So just stay in the gym, stay on the field, whatever you're doing, just get those reps in, practice, learn the game. That's probably what I would tell them.
All right, 2 questions to go. Probably the 2 toughest, okay? Any interest in playing college flag football, or is it going to be basketball?
I would probably say no. Basketball is probably my main focus right now. So, I mean, that's really been my main goal since I was little, to play college basketball. So that's probably what I would say. And,
I help coach the flag football team over at Islands, and I'm also the boys basketball coach. Tell people the juggling you have to do both at the same time, because it's pretty tough on the coach end. What's it like on your end?
Yeah, I mean, normally I'll work out in the morning, shoot or something for basketball, and then have school all day, and then we'll have 2 practices, so flag or basketball. Either we'll have flag first or flag second. So it's tiring, but, I mean, it's fun too, because I enjoy both of them a lot. So, I mean, you get to hang out with your friends, your teammates, and you see your coaches, so I love it.
I know Coach Hamilton's probably getting practice started. He's waiting for you to come in there, Jim. So last question, okay? And, it's normal. A lot of freshmen don't know what they're going to do when they enter college. Any outlook of what you want to do after all the sports in college is over? Any specific area or field interest you?
I'm pretty interested in, like, the medical science, just, like, exercise science, stuff like that. So anything like sports medicine, that's probably my, like, major interest. So after sports is over, I mean, that'll probably be what I focus on, so.
Well, Hannah, so far you're only junior. You got another year to go, and when you make that college choice, I definitely got to be there. But it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, for what you've done on the basketball court, what you're doing on the flag football field, that's why you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete. Keep up the great work. Good luck next Tuesday. Good luck in basketball. I'm going to try and get over there Tuesday. I got a game. All right, so I won't be able to get over there. So I'll be following it closely. I got to coach basketball Tuesday night. against your rival, Savannah Christian. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So once again, good luck. And as you guys say over there at 63rd and Paulson, go Cavaliers.
Go Cavs. Thank you.
Have fun. Tell Coach Hamilton to take it easy on you.
I will.
You got it. Bye. I mean, great kid, loves sports, loves athletics. She's excelled on the field, on the basketball court, in the classroom. I mean, she's still got another year to go, and everybody thinks she's a senior. She's only a junior. Hannah Cail, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. I'm waiting for my next guest to jump in here. I got to find out what's going on, so that's going to give me a 3-minute break. Coming up next, supposed to talk about the other team that had a phenomenal year in their inaugural season, St. Vincent's Academy head coach Mike St. Louis. So let me find out what's going on. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, hopefully with a guest. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network.
All-time best Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting it equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a
Yo,
winner.
you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning live from the center of the sports universe. Coach's Corner. I can't get it wrong because I'm right in the middle of it. I know I used to put it off to the side and I was going this way, that way, and the other way, but I got to thank John Henderson and Adele Henderson for letting me do my show since COVID-19 way back there in March of 2019, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's going strong every Saturday morning. Great guest, local guest, and talking about what's going on. If you just missed the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week, this young lady is having a phenomenal year at Calvary Day School, or the last 2 years. Calvary Day School hasn't lost. But, last week I had Hayden Aliota on, the quarterback at St. Vincent's Academy. And, they're excited over there at St. Vincent's Academy. Inaugural season, 9-1 overall, 7-0 in region play. And they'll be hosting the first and second round of the Georgia High School State flag football playoffs next Tuesday night. And let me find my notes. They will take on Kendrick at 6:00. And when they win, they take on in the second round the winner of the Columbia Mary Persons game. So it's going to be a big night over there. Now, of course, the new AD over at St. Vincent's Academy has done a great job. Nichols, St. Louis. She's a great girl, energetic, loves what she's doing. Took over for a good friend of mine, Diana Tootin, who moved up to be the assistant principal over there, or whatever they call it. But she's doing a great job. She does great with her communications. But she is the head coach. But the man behind the scenes, remember, behind every great woman is a great man, is the head coach himself, or we call him the assistant coach. And of course, that's Michael St. Louis. Or St. Louis. We'll find out how he says it. But once again, Coach, good morning. Thanks for coming on. All right. Merdad, St. Louis. What up to Michael? Can you hear me, Mike?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we got a little different name there on the screen.
Yeah. That's my given name, Meridad. I go by Mike. It's easier for everybody.
Okay, but you go by Mike.
Right. Yeah.
So, sporting that Savannah Bananas hat. Has the season been bananas for you guys over there?
Yeah, we love it. We're season ticket holders, so we have a lot of fun. I love the family fun first program they run there. It's a lot of fun.
All right, so let's talk about flag football. Before we get into coaching these girls, you guys must have had a lot of experience. And tell us about your experience at coaching flag football.
So coaching flag football is a very small experience pool there. I've always coached. I did a little bit of position coaching after high school for my high school team back in California, but mostly volleyball. I'm a big volleyball guy. Obviously, my wife and I coach St. Vincent's volleyball team. So we've always coached, I think going on probably 15 years now back in California. And then when we moved here, picking up here. So that's my coaching experience. Yeah.
How'd you get involved in the flag football?
Well, I just love football. I'm a sports guy. So the opportunity came about. They ran a poll at St. Vincent's. They asked the girls, what sports would you guys want to have added? Flag football ended up being one of the top sports. So I mentioned to my wife, she was assistant AD at the time. I said, I wouldn't mind coaching that. Sounds like a lot of fun. I know the game, in and out. And luckily I aced my interview, so I got the job.
Well, tell us how you and Nichols wound up here in good old SAV, because you said you're from California. How'd you wind up in Savannah, Georgia? Yeah,
so we're both from Los Angeles originally, and I worked for Gulfstream in Long Beach, and the main plant's here in Savannah. So I took a job here, and it was a pretty easy transition for us once we got past the bugs and humidity.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. Once I got past that coming from Long Island, New York, too. So, but it's a great place to live, and like you said, Savannah Bananas. There are a lot of good things to do with your family in this area. So, inaugural season, 9-1, 7-0 in the area, hosting a state championship. When you took this job and you passed your interview, did you ever expect this much success so quick?
So, we did kind of a preliminary camp, and I had maybe 4 girls show up each time we ran it. So I was a little worried about the turnout we were going to get, whether we were going to be able to field a big enough team or have the interest. Luckily, when we did a full interest, an interest meeting at the school, we stuffed the classroom. So I was able to get a lot of girls, multiple sport athletes. It was easy to field a team once I saw, the level of athletes we were getting. We got, multiple sport athletes from front to back, offense and defense. So, getting them to free up from some of the sports they were in season with and get the practice time was a little difficult. But once we got swinging, it was pretty easy to get the girls going.
I mean, 7-0 in area play, and I had Hayden Aliota on last week. Talk about the girls and how much they've grown from the beginning of the season to the others. And I can't believe this girl's thrown for over 2,000 yards on 10 games. That's pretty special.
So we are, if you've seen us live in action. We're a pretty pass heavy team, and it's because of Hayden. She can really deliver a good football. we every time we play somebody's always commenting on how well she can throw the ball. But that's only half of the equation. We have some really good pass catchers. Obviously Hayden's sister Reagan is phenomenal for us, and then we have Abby, who is a real serious deep threat for us. So they both can go up there and get the football for her. We got playmakers coming out of the backfield, Sophia and Rose. Weapons are everywhere for us. So it's easy. I give her a hard time because it's easy when you just got to throw it and you got pretty much 5 to 6 other girls on the field who can absolutely catch it for you. So, but she is a big reason as why we're putting up so many points and why the numbers are what they are.
If you just tuned in, I'm talking to the head football coach, flag football coach over at St. Vincent's, even though we got to give Nichols that title, okay, because you are a head coach.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
I mean, just phenomenal job with, as you see, my dad, St. Louis. We say St. Louis, right? Not St. Louis?
Well, I'm a good old-fashioned American. You can say St. Louis. That's right on.
I know. They mess my name up all the time, too, so I don't know which way to go. But Michael, St. Louis. Anybody else has helped you big time with that program besides your wife?
Yeah, so Michael O'Donovan is our assistant coach. He's there to help see see what's going on the field. Make some. He's crucial when it comes to help guide Hayden. He was a quarterback himself, so he kind of has the ins and outs. I was a tight end, defensive end. I didn't really, I ran routes and blocked, and that was about it. So I focused more on the defense side. He kind of helps Hayden. I obviously oversee what's going on as far as what adjustments we need to make offensively and defensively, because we have seen different defensive schemes thrown at us, and we've had to make those adjustments. I take a lot of pride in our defense. They've pitched a lot of shutouts this year, and it's because they go after it. And we set the tone. We have Anna Bridget Smith up front and Belle Jackson. And if you're laid off the draw, you're going to have either one of them in your face, making it tough for you. So I'm real proud of what our defense have done. Obviously, everybody totes the offense because of the points that are being scored, and then obviously all those stats associated with that. But defensively, I think we stand our ground.
You sure do. All right, now just to wrap this up, Tuesday night, hosting the first and second rounds. You got to take on Kendrick. How do you foresee your team doing in those first two games?
I don't spend a lot of time scouting, if you will. I'm a big in-game adjustment kind of coach. Always have been. I think you're going to see, the live action, and you're going to be able to make better adjustments there. We game plan the same as we always do. We go out, we work hard, and we prepare with what we want to do and make them have to make the adjustments to us. So I foresee us coming out and hopefully pitching another shutout in one of these games, and offense doing what they do and scoring points for us. It's going to be fun, and I know there's a lot of big teams in the city here, so we're rooting for and I don't want to overlook anybody, but Calvary's on the other side of the bracket. They haven't lost yet. I think it'd be a lot of fun if we could meet them in the finals.
Oh, it'd be definitely last year. Calvary, ran the table, got to meet Portal, which is just up in Statesboro. It'll be a lot of fun seeing Calvary St. Vincent's for that championship up there at Georgia State University. So once again, thank you for coming on. Great job over there, and you guys are doing an excellent job in all sports over there: volleyball, softball, basketball, now of course flag football. Keep it up, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks a lot, Carl. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, let's get to that championship game. We'll do you and Nick can meet and have a little discussion before we get into that.
That's right. We can trade notes.
Good luck, Mike.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I mean, just a great season over there for St. Vincent's Academy. Michael St. Louis and Nichols St. Louis do a great job. Volleyball coaches and now flag football coaches. You can't beat a husband-wife tag team right there, and they love St. Vincent's. And I got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, it was one of the best teams we played this year. Them and Calvary, two best teams I played this year, and it was tough stopping both of them. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see how far they go. Remember, Tuesday night, Memorial Stadium, St. Vincent's will be the host. They'll take on Kendrick at 6 o'clock. And, of course, Calvary will host at 63rd and Paulson at Specialty Sports Complex. And they take on Statesboro. So it's going to be a lot of fun here in the city next Tuesday night. And why not go right into the next segue? After we thank our sponsors, we'll come on with the man himself, pre-recorded, Nick Grassi, talking about flag football and how it's grown here and how the teams he thinks the local teams will fare in the state playoffs. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And I'll be back in 3 minutes. Got to thank those sponsors. Stay tuned.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner.
Hey, Saturday morning.
Sport, pick your favorite team and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live from Coach's Corner, the center of the sports universe. I'm here every Saturday morning talking local sports, all local, all the time, right here at Coach's Corner. And once again, got to appreciate Michael St. Louis coming on to talk about St. Vincent's Academy Lady Saints flag football team hosting Tuesday night, 6 o'clock against Kendrick. Pretty excited for the crew over there at St. Vincent's Academy. Well, you know, they are the defending state champion. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't talk about Calvary Day School hosting a first-round state playoff game here and second round. They'll open up Tuesday night, 6 o'clock at Specialty Sports Complex right there on the campus of Calvary Day School at the corner of 63rd and Paulson. I used to love saying that when I did the broadcast, Friday night football broadcast. So it's just a special season over there, a special 2 years. They haven't lost a game. And the man behind it, has been, of course, Coach Nick Grassi. Last year with Coach Griffin, this year with Coach King, doing a great job And, you know, you got to talk about Nick Grassi. I mean, the man loves Calvary. He graduated from there. He coaches 5 football teams over there. Yeah, he's an alumni over there from Calvary Day School. He does a great job. So here's now Nick Grassi talking about Calvary Day School flag football defending their state title. Hey, it's a Saturday morning. Had to pre-record this because this guy's on a roll. Tuesday starts the flag football championship here in Savannah, Georgia. He's hosting 2 games. But anyway, it starts for the state of Georgia, the Georgia High School State Association. Calvary Day School is the defending champions of that 1-4A classification. It's an exciting time at Calvary. They ran the slate 13-0. Unbelievable job. But this man's been playing flag football for a long time. I think he's got a couple of world championships under his belt. He might have some bling to show us. But joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself behind what's going on there at flag football, Nick Grassi. Coach, always a pleasure. And once again, happy Thanksgiving. It's a little late, but it's happy Thanksgiving. But once again, you got to be excited what's going on over there at Specialty Sports Complex right there on that field.
Man, it's unbelievable, Carl. It's kind of surreal, you know, go 2 seasons. We're actually undefeated. We haven't lost a game since we start, which it's got a lot of pressure on us, man. It's got a lot of pressure.
You put that pressure on yourself, buddy. I told you, Chad Griffin, of course, was the head coach last year. Who's the head coach this year again?
His name's Taylor, Coach King.
Coach King, and of course, you've played the sport. You're the man behind the scenes. Of course, you're a lay coach. You're not a certified teacher, so you went and took all the courses. But I'm telling you, I knew from the start what it was going to be like. You got a bunch of new teams coming in. You had the experience. You have girls that have played it. They've been there. They know what's going to happen. And you've just fine-tuned it a lot more, and it's just been something special. But for a guy that's played flag football, you've played in some big national championships. Did you think this sport would grow that quick in a year?
You know, Carl, this sport actually is growing more and more every single day. You've got multiple leagues now. It used to be just one league. Now there's 7-man, there's 5-man, there's 4-man, there's 8-man, there's 8-man contact. There's national level stuff where there's 172 plus teams that go down to Orlando every January, and from youth all the way up to they got 35 and older leagues, which I'm in now. Not as young as I used to be. At least that's what my knees tell me every day. But the sport is blowing up. You know, there's a local league here in town that they run. You know, there's a 5-man league and there's a 7-man league. And some of those guys actually coach some of the other local teams here in town too. So blowing up. I don't think there was any better way to get it on a huge market than what Georgia High School Association's done with, of course, you know, with Arthur Blank backing it up. There's no telling where it can go, but it's only going to get bigger.
But did you think the girls would gravitate, the high school girls would gravitate to this so quickly?
So there's the key. No, I didn't. But what I'm seeing is it won't be long before this will be a girl sport. You know, we got a lot of girls that play basketball and soccer and this, and they all have to play flag football as their secondary sport. It's coming a day where this is going to be someone's primary sport, and something else is going to be their secondary. It's coming. When the football scholarships are handing out for the girls, you know, I mean, that's beyond me to think that somebody can get that opportunity from a sport that just started.
And it's grown so much. I mean, specifically in this area, we have 2 area announced. We have like 15 to 20 teams involved in it. And, I mean, you've seen both sides. You saw Area 1, which happened to be Calvary, Islands, Jenkins, Johnson, Beach, Long County, McIntosh, and Glenn. And then the other side, you had St. Vincent's, who went undefeated in region, only had 1 loss. You had Savannah Arts. You had New Hampstead, who played for the title. Richmond Hill, Effingham, South Effingham. I mean, it's just unbelievable how the area here, everybody loves it. Everybody's thirsty for it. And you got people that are coming to watch it, and they enjoy it. But I got to tell you one thing, buddy. You said non-contact. This is a contact sport.
Oh, yeah. I went and watched the girls play a basketball game the other night, and all I could think of the whole time was, hey, Primo needs a break. Oh, keep Cail out of the paint. I was real nervous just watching them play, so I can only imagine what Jackie Hamilton's thinking over there watching my girls play flag. It's way more contact than people think there is. Of course, it's not. They don't do it on purpose, but those knees hit, those arms hit, heads hit. It's dangerous, but it's just what it's meant to be.
Now, you talk about Jackie Hamilton, graduate of Calvary Day School. Nick Grassi, graduate of Calvary Day School. What it's been like for you to coach at your alma mater, not regular football, but flag football?
Well,
hold it, so people know. He also coaches 3 middle school football teams. I don't know how he does that too, but go ahead. Yeah,
I coach a Pee Wee team, at 8U team. I coach the 5th and 6th grade team, and yes, now I coach the girls flag. Being that I'm an alumni of Calvary has actually been pretty special, not only because of that, but now my kids go there. So Calvary is just a place where, looking back, the teachers really care. They just support this program, and it all started with Chad last year. What Chad put in, set up for these girls has just been so amazing. From the sweatshirts, something simple, feeding the girls before games, making sure that they're traveling. It's stuff that you just don't see every day. When I was a student there or a player, you don't see that stuff. But to know what these people put into these girls in this program, that's what I get to see now that that I'm pretty surprised and very grateful for.
Now, is there a possibility you could meet up with the old ball coach?
Yes, sir. It will be in the state championship if we both make it.
So they're on the other side of the bracket.
Oh, yeah. I had a good laugh. If he did not win his area, he would have been in second. And then they would have been coming straight back to Calvary to play in the first 2 rounds. But I think he was happy not to come back. Or at least that's what he told me. But I would have loved to have seen him. Again, all this has to do with Chad Griffin. And he might have said thank you to me, but it's just a lot of thanks to him.
Yeah, he put his heart and soul to it. If you just tuned in, this is pre-recorded. This young man has a little family date after Thanksgiving, so he won't be in town. So why not record it? It's Nick Grassi, the assistant football coach, flag football coach at Calvary Day School, but he's been the man behind the wheels, behind the operation and what's going on as far as play goes. Now, before we get into your team, people think that flag football is like two-hand touch football where everybody's just throwing the ball. Your better teams don't do that. Your better teams, we go to get Primo, she's tossing it to somebody else. You go to get Cail, she's tossing to Primo. So it's not just passing the ball. It's, I don't know how you take this, but it's a lot like rugby, but you're allowed to throw a forward pass.
Well, there's only one forward pass now.
Right.
You don't do the pass forward one time.
But in rugby, you're not allowed to do that.
No. So I've tried to dissect it so many different ways. And it's a good cross between basketball, lacrosse, soccer, football. This is not a 7-man pass screen league like you get some of these high school boys out there running. This is not a drop back. You got 3 seconds to throw it. This is, you better have some blockers. You better get the ball out your hand now. There won't be a single person out there that will understand it until they sit in the shoes of a quarterback. And of course, that's a position that I play. And then I believe you're going to have Cail on before this later on, but you can ask her the same thing. Not a single person knows what it's like to play a flag football quarterback until you've taken a snap. So, as a matter of fact, your son knows what it's like because he tried to come out and play a couple times, and it was nothing like what he expected.
Right.
But no, the way that this brings all sports together, and it's really fun because you get to take one sport. You can literally take a sport of basketball and use their plays. You can take the sport of soccer and use their plays, and you can bring them all together. And it's amazing how it can work. It takes a lot of mental preparation to get all these girls just on the same page. But with time, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And when everybody can play on the same level, you're going to have a really competitive sport. There's not going to be one team that beats another team, consistently. I'll say it out loud. Yes, we're ahead of the curve. It won't be long. We're going to run into teams that have been studying. There's going to be coaches out there coaching. I mean, you know what it's like when you start getting video film on people. It's going to be a whole new level of football, and it won't be long. So I'm just trying to enjoy it while I can. And these girls are really good. I've got a whole bunch of freshmen, that are just it's amazing what these girls can do at such a young age. I'm pretty impressed.
Perfect segue. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. I'm talking to the flag football coach over at Calvary Day School, Nick Grassi, the assistant coach. But he's the man behind the wheel, the designs, the offense, defense. He knows what he's doing. And perfect segue. Let's talk about that undefeated team, that still undefeated program. Hey, I got to tell you something, though. Reading Dennis Knight article, great article. Hannah Cail isn't a senior. I hope you know that.
Oh, I know. I mean, if we're going to talk about the team, we're going to talk about, being undefeated. I've got what probably was the biggest addition to our team is I was able to Calvary was able to allow me to hire some assistant coaches, guys that have been playing the game with me for 15, 16, almost 17 years. If you count it all up, we've got over 70 years of flag football experience combined. And it has been great. I mean, you know what it's like. A great coach surrounds himself with
great people.
Coaches. That's right. And, I mean, these guys are incredible. Coach King's new to the game, but, I was actually telling him earlier that he has no idea what he does for us. He lets me do my job, and he's there to fill in where we need him. That's a great program. It does not start with the coach. It doesn't start with the players. It starts with a plan. The game is won before you ever even hit the field a lot of the times. So, this undefeated season is in big part to the program that Calvary has really given us the ability to have.
Well, let's start with the quarterback. You said it's one of the toughest positions to play in flag football, I mean, Cail, sophomore, she and 661 yards, 12 TD passes. She's rushed for, Cail for over 285 yards. I mean, then you got Primo in the backfield. Michaela Primo, one of the premier female athletes here in the city. Something special with those two.
So just so I can say this, I'm pretty sure I haven't checked the actual number, but I think Cail only played in 6 games. So
we got 7.
7. She's only played in 7 games out of the 13 that we played.
Right. And
she's put up some incredible numbers, but there's definitely something special about those two. Cail, I've said this before, and my football guys would know this, but it's not about how far you can throw it. It's about what you can see. It's about where you can put it in. And a great point guard makes a great quarterback. So there's been times where Cail has called her own play. She doesn't even look over at me at the sideline, and she gets the girls in the huddle and tells them what to do. And I just stand there. And I've never really been a head coach for very long at a level where you can put trust into people, but it's a comforting feeling as a coach that you can trust someone that much. Now, granted, we haven't really been put in a situation, thus far to where we've had to really, get down to the nitty gritty and have to really punch it out. But it's a good feeling to know that she sees what I'm trying to teach her to see. And then Primo, she said in that Dennis Knight report about how she sees the field better. Last year, all we could get her to do was run forward. Now, all of a sudden, she's our second quarterback. You get a defense that all of a sudden says, wait a minute, we can't just attack the fastest player on the field. Now we got to think she's going to throw.
Yep.
Well, good luck. That's the name of the game.
You talked about your freshman, Abigail Walsh. I mean, 323 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. I mean, this girl's phenomenal.
So let's get off the stats there, because stats that's one thing. And Abby, she has been catches the ball, pitches the ball, makes the plays fast. It's that reliability. It's the consistency. She's nonstop, always there when she needs to be. Almost pulled her off the field twice thinking she was hurt. Nope, she's fine. That's just one. If I could go down the line, I could say, you got Sierra Lowry's a freshman, tall, hands, fast. Scarlett Jackson is probably the fastest girl on our team, but the smallest girl on our team. You've got Bree Jones. You've got Ansley Faircloth, another senior who's been playing center now for us all season. Another junior, Maddie Sheldon. The list just goes on. And that's only one side of the ball. I have a completely different defense, and only two girls from the offense play one. And I never thought that would happen. But that's
when you can have a complete 7 offensive players and 7 defensive players, that's pretty special. In whether it's boys football where you have 11 guys and 11 guys, that's pretty special. And I don't want to mess her name up, but help me out. Number 2,
Morgan Sukumet.
She's a senior. That girl is all over the place.
Yes, and people are obviously watching game film because they are blocking her like she is J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
She is like some kind of terror, and they are just all over her. But just and that's football. Hey, if you can get your eyes on me, that means somebody else is open. And she's a picture perfect team player. She doesn't beg to go on offense because she knows she's got one job and one job only, and that's to scare the life out of the quarterback on the other team.
Yeah, she's all over the field. All right, so like I said, I don't want to keep you about 15 minutes. We're already over, so let's go to the last question. Tuesday, November 30th, we got the first and second rounds all over the place. Tell us how it's going to work over there at Calvary Day School.
All right, 5 o'clock is kickoff. Well, we don't kick the ball, but 5 o'clock we play Statesboro. At 5 o'clock, come 6 o'clock, you've got Mount Vernon against LaGrange. When the winner of that game plays the winner of the game 1 at 8 o'clock, right after. I'm sorry, 7 o'clock, 5, 6, and 7.
So the 2 winners move on to the next round?
That's right. The first round is us against Statesboro, and the first round is Mount Vernon, LaGrange, and then the winners play in the second round, and then the winner plays in the third round, and the lower bracket seed team this year stays home. Right.
All right. Now, LaGrange and Mount Vernon are coming here on a Tuesday night to play a game.
Oh yeah.
That's a long travel.
Yeah, it's a long travel. It's a long travel, and I get the luxury. This is one thing about flag football that's new. It's different when you're playing football and all of a sudden you get to watch a team play right before you play them. So we do get that honor, and it's really going to make us a little bit more comfortable. But again, I'm nervous. That's just who I am. I like to prepare, and I like to be ready. I like to think that everybody can come with their best and mess us up. So I'm going to prepare for them just like I do everybody else.
Well, the sport has grown. I got a chance to coach this year, and I got to give a kudos to my quarterback. She did pull one off on you. She did score on you, which was one of the few touchdowns you gave up. But Hannah Semerol, just like you said, was just like Hannah Cail. She came out late because of state volleyball. It took her 2 games to play quarterback. After that, I didn't have to call a play. This girl picked up this game so quick. And she, Coach, can I pitch it? I said, Hannah, we have nobody that understands when you're gonna pitch it to them. So, but yeah, there are some girls that love this game and they're picking up really quick. Everybody in this area is picking up quick. You've done a great job. Keep on promoting it. You're the champion of the sports. And once again, go get them. Bring home another one there, buddy.
Hey, man, we're going to keep them in Savannah, and hopefully our boys do it too.
I hope so too. Hey, hope you're having a good holiday, and I'll speak to you on Tuesday. Good luck, and as you say over there at 63rd and Paulson, go Cavaliers.
Hey, wait, can't catch, can't pull, can't win.
That's the truth, and I lived it.
All right,
good luck, Coach.
Thank y'all.
He's been the champion of the sport since it started. He's played national tournaments. He knows what it takes. He bleeds purple and gold. He went there. It's just unbelievable watching what they're doing over at Calvary Day School with flag football. Good luck to the Cavaliers next Tuesday. Also at Memorial Stadium, don't forget, St. Vincent's is hosting a first and second round playoff game on that side too. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Two state playoff games here Tuesday night. Once again, Nick Grassi, Calvary Day School, Lady Cavaliers flag football, defending state champions. I mean, if that wasn't so much fun, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the man loves the sport. I mean, he coaches 3 youth football teams, and then he comes coaches flag football. He's a Calvary Day School graduate. I love him. I mean, Nick, you do a great job out there, but you can't pull, you can't pitch, you can't win. He's got that right. So once again, good luck to the Lady Cavaliers Tuesday night against open up against Statesboro in the first round, and then they'll come back and play the winner. Where are my notes here, Coach? Then they come back and play the winner. I know it's Statesboro first. I don't know the full bracket over there. Okay, so let's see. All right, they'll play the winner of Mount Vernon Christian and LaGrange. That's a trip and a half coming all the way down here to play Savannah on a Tuesday night, school night. And then at St. Vincent's take on Kendrick. And if St. Vincent's win, they'll take on the winner of Columbia and Mary Persons. All right, I'm not going to go to a break. Tried to keep it to 10:30, but it never happens. And if my man Lawrence Bennett is watching, I know he's laughing. And I got to thank, of course, the crew over at WJCL, Frank Silkowski and Amy Zimmer, for sending me highlights every week. Hopefully I get some football highlights, too, from flag football on Tuesday night, and we can show them next weekend. But a heartbreaker over at Calvary Day School. All right, I support both schools. I support all the kids. And whether you're private or public, I love kids. I love high school athletics. I love prep sports. I love youth sports. That's why I got into this mess. But, I went to both games. So I started out at BC first half. I left, it was 14-14. Great game. But I had to get over to Calvary. Calvary Day Schools meant a lot to me, meant a lot to my family. Like I said, I had a son that graduated from there. I had to get over there and watch Mark Stroud. So it's 7-0 at halftime. I walk in, Calvary scores. It's a great game going back and forth. But Cavaliers, as Mark Stroud said in the newspaper and on his interviews on the internet, they just too many penalties, too many turnovers, and they just couldn't overcome that. Fellowship Christian, very good football team. So here's the highlights from the first half, which I wasn't at. So it's reversed. Amy went to Calvary Day School for the first half, then came over to BC for the second half. Amy's ever, of course, Frank Silkowski is a part of the Georgia Southern Broadcasting Group. He's up in Boone, North Carolina for the App State game. But here's what she gave us for the first half over at Calvary Day School. Don't have any second half highlights from Calvary Day School. I was there. Okay. In the third quarter, Jake Merklinger has them driving on a 1-yard run, ties the game. But then Fellowship Christian Athlete comes out, drives down the field. Nick Persano all night long for the Fellowship Christian Athlete team. 9-yard run in the fourth quarter. Caleb McMichael on a 1-yard run. So you think it's over. It's 21-7. Okay, I wish I had this highlight. 21-7, Fellowship Christian Athletes. Ensuing kickoff, 5:46 to go in the game. Trevor Shrowbridge goes 90 yards, okay, to make it a 21-14 game. But Calvary couldn't go anywhere. They got the ball back. They stopped Fellowship Christian. Jake Merkling threw an interception, trying to get the ball into the end zone. And the kid Chapman for Fellowship Christian Athlete kicks a 35-yard field goal. But Cavaliers came down. They got to the 5-yard line in less than 2 minutes, but they just couldn't stick it in. So Calvary, undefeated season, knocked out of the playoffs, lost last night to Fellowship Christian, 24-14, ending the perfect season with that one loss on the end of the season. I mean, you always remember that last game, and it hurts. It hurts when you're undefeated and you lose that last game. The saying goes, would you rather lose during the season? I don't know. But Mark Stroud does a heck of a job over at Calvary Day School. Over 200 wins, over 230-something wins. I mean, he's a staple in the Georgia High School State Association as one of the best football coaches in the state. Great job, Cavaliers. It could have worked out. All right, let's go over to Benedictine, okay? Of course, Amy got the second half. I was there for the first half. 14-14 game. Once again, Gurna hooks up with Brian for an unbelievable touchdown in the end zone. Don't have that highlight. What am I looking for? Marist comes back. Less than 3 minutes to go to half. Ties the game at halftime, 14-14. And like I said, I ran over to Calvary Day School. But here's what Amy had for us in the second half of Benedictine against Marist. North Oconee in a Final Four game next Friday night at Memorial Day School. It was, if you ask me, that's a championship game. I mean, I think BC beat North Oconee in the third week, 47-14. Now, of course, we're going, third week. This is the 13th thing. So that's 10 weeks ago. I mean, it's going to be pretty impressive. But that might have been the championship football game right there last night between Marist and Benedictine. We go back to last year. Benedictine played Jefferson. That was probably the state championship game that Benedictine lost by a touchdown. So it's going to be a lot of fun next week at Memorial Stadium, 7:30. Get your tickets early because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a packed house again. I know everybody was home for Thanksgiving, but once again, Danny Britt and his cadets are marching on to the state semifinals. Could be a championship season over there on C. Wright Drive. So we'll see what happens. Remember, a lot of basketball going on. Basketball started, so check out your local teams. I'll get more into basketball coming up next week. It's been a lot of fun. Check out the prepsportsreport.com. Great stories, great information. And, here's my plea to you guys. You got a story. You want me to get it out there, okay? I'll get it out there right away, all right? I'm going to try to get it out there right away. I got to thank my, of course, Calvary Day School, St. Andrews, Benedictine, and Savannah Christian for being a school sponsor. I'm thankful for them. And then, of course, all my sponsors, Bernard Williams, Granger Honda, Granger Nissan. Let me go down the right. Rocky's New York Deli, Coach's Corner. I got to keep on. Elite Minds. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to get my list. I don't want to forget anybody. So let me go to my list here. Hold on. Because, I got to thank people. I mean, it's just unbelievable how the Prep Sports Report, of course, Stephen Weeks and Saber Solutions, I mean, has gone off, has made it big time since we started this during the pandemic. Like I said, I started my show here in March of 2019. We launched the Prep Sports Report in May of 2019. And here we go. All right. I'm going to do a roll call here. I don't want to leave anybody out. The old guy's memory is starting to go. Just waiting for my computer to kick. Okay, so Granger Honda, Granger Nissan, Coach's Corner, 5 Therapy, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, Athlete of the Week, but they're also in the Prep Sports Report. Bernard Williams, Optimal Orthopedics, Rockies New York Deli, St. Andrews, Benedictine, Savannah Christian, Calvary, and now Elite Minds. Thank you, guys. I'm very thankful for what you do for the Prep Sports Report. Help me get more news out there about our local athletes, whether it's high school athletes, youth athletes, college athletes. I appreciate it. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm 10 minutes over my limit. Like I said, I was going to try to keep it to 10:30, but like I say every week, today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Whatever you may be doing, always hit it out of the park. Until we speak again next week, may be your greatest week ever. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving. Go Cadets. Bring home that championship. Basketball's on a roll. Swimming, wrestling is all started too. I'll be covering those sports a little more in depth. But once again, I'll talk to you next week. And of course, always at the center of the sports universe, from Coach's Corner.